I can't see you on the camera.
No.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see you. Let me see if this
Okay.
shows on YouTube.
It show. Oh, you showing
Shows
up
on.
on YouTube? Okay, cool. So what's up, man? You was talking about the basics of working out. What you was talking about?
Yes, sir. I mean, I've gotten a few. I put out a poll on asking people what they wanted to learn about in terms of self improvement, and the overwhelming that they wanted to learn about the basics of fitness.
The
So,
basics of fitness.
yeah, we've both been working out. What would you consider to be? I mean, there's a lot of shit, but if you could narrow it down to five, what would you say are the five most important basics? No,
Um, I would
whether it
say first is that it's a
doesn't matter.
okay. I would say first that it will be you're gonna have to know that it's like a lifetime thing. So like we all have our goals and stuff when we start out thinking like, okay, I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in like 2 years. I want to do this in like 6 months. And like the first thing you have to learn is like it's like a lifetime thing. Like unless you are committed to like, okay, I'm gonna work out for the rest of my life, then you know what I mean? You could spin your wheels forever and not do anything because you might get disappointed and you'll fall off. Then you try to get back on, because you're inconsistent, because you're not seeing things that you don't want to see as quickly, and you're trying to spot train muscles. So I would say like number one is you gotta understand it's a lifelong commitment. Like your body gonna change, the macros are gonna change, the type of workouts you can do gonna change, the availability, everything's gonna change constantly. So as long as you know from the beginning, like okay, I'm doing it for life, no matter where I'm at, what situation I'm in, I can make it work. Then that's like I would say that's like the number one thing. Um, what would you say is like number one?
Um, Consistency,
Hmm.
100%. I mean, not that gotta be working out every day.
Right.
See it as far as not going a week without working out, little shit
Right.
like that. You know, consistently eating healthy. Eat twice a week, or I'm gonna eat a salad today, or I'm gonna eat a salad now, so that later on tonight I can eat a pizza.
Yeah. Exactly.
Consistency, like just kind of like what you said, like it's a lifestyle.
Hmm.
And consistency is kind of part of that. You have to consistently have a or a fitness oriented lifestyle in order to see the changes that you want to see. You said you're not gonna fucking transform in 2 years.
Mm-mm. And
Influencers on like yeah
man, listen. Besides all the things that they're doing that we don't know about, the simple thing is like they're an influencer, like they make their money from having the look. It's just like back in the day when all the girls wanted to be like the models in magazines. It was like you do know don't live a normal life, right? Like you do know all they do is sit, like their whole life is built around this. So I would say 80% of guys, if they would just check their eating and work out 3 times a week, they could get probably most of the results that they would want. Like they could dramatically change their body. It's
mm-hmm.
like people aren't doing anything. Like guys are like 30 years old taking blood pressure pills and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%. Like yesterday, I got a comment from some dude. He was like, "Oh, you're not fit, so I can't listen to you about fitness." And I'm like, and he's like, "I want to do research into your channel because I'd rather just listen to someone who shows off their body." The fuck?
Wow.
And I'm like, "Hey, man,
Wow.
all right, yeah." This dude is you're a lost cause, bud. Because if I hop on the sauce, oh, then he'll listen to me. That's what the other influencers do. We just don't know about it. You're making $250,000 a year off how you look. Are you not going to take steroids? Of course you are. Of course.
Man, listen. So it's so crazy. This is kind of off subject, but so I was at a baseball game and I was at like an Astros game. I think we was playing like the Padres or something. But that guy like Fernando Tatis, he played for them, and that's the guy who
Oh,
got
yeah.
busted for the PEDs, right? He the one who got busted, right? So I was talking to someone and they were saying like, "Oh, that's wrong how they did him. Like they can't even. It's like he didn't know and stuff like this." And I like, what are you talking about? This man had close to $500 million on the line. Are you telling me that he did not, like he would not do it? Like I would look at him stupid if he didn't do it. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm about to get $300 million, $400 million contract. Like, of course, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, that's stupid.
What are you talking about? I'm a professional. Like this is what I do. Like, come on, bro. Like
Yeah.
people are crazy.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. It is crazy because people still fucking refuse to accept it. But it's like anyone who stands to profit off of, and they're not a regular person with a regular day job like us, better perform better. It's in their best interest. It can literally make.
Exactly.
Taking your advice from some Instagram model, whether it's a guy or a girl, you know, they're get 30 pounds of muscle in a year.
Right.
That's not going to happen. I mean, when I started lifting, I don't know if it was the same for you, but I'm sure it was. Like, we're sold this dream that you're going to trend in like a year, like newbie gains.
Right.
You know? You try it out and you're like, damn, why am I not seeing the results that I thought I would? XYZ gained 25 pounds of muscle months of lifting. Why am I not getting that?
Exact, man. I saw a lot. Came up in the Ronnie Coleman magazine, Muscle Mania magazines, Muscle and Fitness magazine era. So that I was like, man, Ronnie doing it. I could do it. Like, okay, yeah, okay. But I mean, now don't get me wrong. Like, there's some guys on YouTube, especially like Natural Hypertrophy and Gary Schoenfield or something like that. Like those guys and like Alpha Destiny, I think. Yeah, like see, those guys are natural lifters, and they show you like the proper way and stuff. But you seeing them build muscle over years. Like this, you Alpha Destiny, you watch. It's like he been going 10 years on his YouTube channel, and so you seeing like year by year. So it's not impossible to get a body like that, but understand like you're gonna have to be dedicated and consistent at a high level for years on end. And I just don't think most guys, are willing to go that far to get like those incremental gains that end up adding up to you looking crazy. You know what I mean? Like once you get to a certain level and then you gain like 1 pound of muscle, like that 1 pound of muscle is gonna look different from the beginning when you were fatter or when you were softer. Like when you're already kind of jacked and then you get a little more jacked, like it's a vast difference. It's like, oh man, he's like denser and all of that. So that's harder to get. So you gotta dial in more, you gotta work more, and it's honestly the rewards aren't worth it. Like if you just want to look good in your shirt, when you come out your shirt, like 90% of guys you look better than, like that's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I feel like the expectations that are just unrealistic because of like the lies we've been sold, because all that shit. Like it's. How long have you been lifting? Seriously.
Man, honestly, I've been lifting my first time in the gym and working out like 25 years ago.
And how long did it take you? Okay, you know what? I am happy with how I look. I'm happy with the progress that I made.
25 years? Like the fuck? 25 years? Shit.
Yeah. Like I've been working out since I was like 14. I'm 23 now, like 9 years almost. And now is when I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I mean, but it took me almost a decade to get here.
Yep.
Like
It's
like
crazy.
that's
Like
so
it's probably been like in the last couple of years where I would look at myself and be like, okay, I mean, that's okay, you
right.
looking pretty okay. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like before I'd be like, ah.
yeah, man.
So
What would you say is the second most important thing? Making it a lifestyle.
I mean, your eating, man, like eating, like diet, like I wouldn't even call it diet, like just your ability to eat the same things like over and over, like unless you know what I mean, like you cannot be a person who is addicted to food. Like you can enjoy food, but you can't be like a highly palatable sweets and shit. Like that's like an every now and then type of thing. And honestly, if you out of shape, like you got to do at least 3 months clean, no cheat. Like everybody, like oh I cheat. Like you could wipe out 6 days of training with one cheat meal. So like you have to be somebody who's like eating like the same things. Like you can do that. So I would say find like 4, 5, 6 type of meals that are healthy, dialed into macros and all of that where you can just add a little variance. But I would say I eat about the same 6 type of meals pretty much. Like I'm gonna get some type of chicken, I'm gonna get some type of bean, I'm gonna get some type of green. Like
Yep.
if it's at a restaurant, if it's at a house, if it's here, if it's there. If I go to a fast food place, I'm gonna just get the chicken sandwich, grilled chicken sandwich. I'm not gonna eat the top bun. I'm like it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be pretty basic. That's the only way I could check myself. Is like eating is like going to white. I see people in the gym every day. Like if you're not eating right, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, it's true.
For years, I see. I mean, I've seen people. Man, I've seen some dedicated, same time, same consistent, blah blah blah. Year after year, body don't change. You know why? Cause they eat like trash. They not they portioning out their meals on Monday through Friday. Then on the weekend, like to drink, they like to do this. They like to go have 5,000 calorie days. Okay, well you don't wiped out all that chicken breast and celery stuff you was doing earlier. So
Yeah, man. I think one of the biggest is having a cheat meal once a week is good for you. And I originally heard this from Brandon Carter. And that works if you're already shredded.
right,
But it doesn't work if you're not there yet. Because all it's
right,
gonna do is spill a shit ton of body fat, a ton of water retention, and then you're gonna spend all week eating clean just to make up for the mess that you.
and that's why your body don't change because you just
That's hard.
still working from the same baseline.
Exactly. I would say the important thing is understanding progressive overload.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of lifters, because when you go to the gym, notice this too. A lot of lifters, they lift heavy. You could tell they're not lifting hard.
Right.
Reps, and they'll be like doing them super fast, on doing it right and actually work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're using heavy weight, but they don't get the gains that they're expecting from using that weight. So I feel like understanding progressive overload and how it works and make it happen are huge progress in the
Right.
gym. Because it's
I
not
agree.
just increasing the weight. Maybe focusing on the negative, slowing down your tempo, decreasing your rest time. Maybe it's making the movement a certain way to where it's harder on the muscle without having to change. Something like an Arnold press instead of
Right.
things like that. Like little things, little details that you can make that over time cause the same progressive to put more stress on your joints.
That's the
Like I didn't
man.
learn that for
I learned that lesson last, honestly.
me too. I'm
It took
not
me
gonna
so long
lie.
to learn that
For
lesson.
years.
What? Huh?
Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't. I want to say like 2 years ago.
Man, I was fucking up, man.
Yeah.
I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of time. Whew. Shit.
Shit. Trial and error though. I mean, all we could spread the shit that we've learned to help other
Man, for
people
real.
not fall.
Listen, yeah, I don't want nobody going that long not knowing that part. I was staying at the same weight. I would see guys doing like 75-pound dumbbells with the press. I'm like, wow, he's crazy. I was standing over there with the 50s and the 45s, ripping them out. Like, man, concentrate. Oh, Lord.
Oh shit! My favorite thing is when I see guys do bicep curls and they're like you body to swing up the fucking barbell and I'm
Waste of time.
all right. So, what would you say is your third most important?
I was gonna lie, I was gonna say progressive overload too. So I would say it's kind of similar, but making sure that you're lifting heavy. I think there's so much optimization like people trying to do right now. Like everybody wants to be like optimized, and they're saying, "Oh, don't do certain movements because the muscle to fatigue ratio and doesn't give you, the most bang for the buck, and don't do deadlifts and da like." I'm gonna say lift heavy, especially as an older guy. Like lifting heavy has definitely. Once I figured out that progressive overload and started getting lifting heavier, like everything got better for me. Especially like even with my back and my knees. As I got older, everything got better. Like when I was in my early 30s, my late 20s, I used to get back pain sometimes, knee pain sometimes. Once I started squatting heavier, deadlifting heavier, it seemed like it fortified my body. It like made me more like dense or heavy. It's weird. It made me more stable and sturdy. So I would say lifting heavy, like for sure. I know we want aesthetics, but yeah, strength matters.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that 100%. Like the patients that I take care of that are older but always have a relatively healthy lifestyle, like 80 something years longer than most 50 years old, 50-year-olds that I know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not an exaggeration. Yeah, like like kickboxers, they'll
Mm.
tree branches,
Right.
like they'll kick them, or with their shins rather, they'll kick them over and over to strengthen the bone. And so it gets to the point where something that they kick that our legs, their legs are perfectly fine.
Right.
Like the same thing. It's the same
Yep.
concept.
Mm-hmm. All them years of work then calloused the bone and made it harder. So like that's how my papa was. When he was 80, he was stronger than his kids. He was stronger than his sons. His sons like in their late 50s and stuff. He was stronger than them. They couldn't do nothing with him. So
Damn.
that's because he just always was working. He never he was even after he retired, he just kept working, lifting heavy stuff, cutting trees down, building on the house, doing like just doing stuff like that. So I would definitely say stay moving.
Yeah.
For real.
That's how you reach 80.
Exactly.
I think the third most important thing goes along with what you said. Lift heavy, but do a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I never found the to be effective, at least not for muscle growth. Like
Right.
doing a 5x5, that shit never worked for me. Ever.
Yeah, I never really
I just got that. I just got changing my diet. It was weird, but I just never found it to work. Using a relatively heavy weight, but up, to 8 or 10% or higher. That's when I really started noticing a lot of growth, and that I got that.
Right.
He's an old school bodybuilder. I think his name is Greg Platz.
Yeah, Plats. Mm-hmm.
He was,
Aesthetics.
yeah. He said that shit in an interview. He was like, the heavy reps. And I was like, okay, bet. He wasn't fucking lying, honestly. Like this guy's known for having some of the best legs, not the best legs.
Yeah,
ever.
Plats. Yep.
Yeah, like doing squats, man. 12 reps with like 405. Crazy shit. And
You know that he ended up messing himself up doing all that.
Yeah, he destroyed his knees.
Plats, he ended up. Yeah, he did, man. But he. What'd you say? You burned the candle bright to, huh?
Yeah. Candle that burns the
Yeah, he burned his
brightest.
candle bright, but he did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Plats.
Shit.
Have you ever tried HIIT, like the Dorian Yates? Have you ever tried that? High intensity training.
I tried to cardio.
Well, yeah, that's the HIIT. The HIT, that's Dorian Yates. I think he was a 5-time Olympia, Mr. Olympia. But what he would do is he would only work out like 3 days a week or 1 or 2 days a week. But what he would do is he would do 3 sets, but he would do it to like the end, like heavy, concentrate on the reps, and you go to absolute failure. You know what I mean? All 3 sets, absolute failure. And his workouts would be tops like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And he would not train out the same body part for a week at a time. But he would just like kill it that time, and then he would let it rest. And he won like 6 Olympias or 5 Olympias in a row doing that. I've done that. I've started doing that again lately because honestly, I saw some good gains from it. It was weird. But it's almost like psychologically, if you know you're only gonna do 3 sets, it's like you go a little harder. Like you're actually stronger because you're like, well, I'm only doing 3 sets, and that's like per body part, not 3 sets and then another exercise 3 sets. No, he did like 3 sets per body part, and he gonna go like his hip. So it's not doing a warm-up set with 135 and then putting 225. Nah, so you do like I would do my first set like 235, 245. Then I would go up to like 255 or 265. Then my last one do 275. Then that's it. Like as many as I can get. If you can't do 6, then that means it's a little too heavy for you. You know what I mean? But he did like 6 to 10 reps, absolute failure, go heavy. 3, yeah.
Into that. Because I've seen clips of him.
Yeah, look into that. HIT.
Like
Dorian Yates and Mike Mincer. I think it's Mike Mincer who came up with it. Huh?
Dr. Mike Menser.
Yeah. That's Dr. Yeah, he the one. I think he the one who came up with it. But yeah, HIT. Cause I was doing it and I was seeing gains, but me, I just like being in the gym. Like it's something like psychologically, like if I'm not in the gym, then I feel like I'm like letting myself down or I'm not working hard enough. But I'm telling you, I was starting to see the most progress, especially after like kind of getting in shape, doing that. Like I feel like he's like, as you get bigger, your body actually, like the more muscle you put on, you actually need more time to recover. So what he was saying is like you're not actually fully recovering when you're already kind of jacked and you keep going like like trying to hit the same body part like 2 or 3 times a week. He say like you don't never fully recover. He said now guys can do it and get big, but they overworking themselves. I don't know.
I could see that happening. Mistakes that I made, especially when starting out, is thinking that
That
like
probably need to
working
be number
out.
4. What's the fourth most
Yeah,
important? Like more is not always better. Like for real.
yeah. Like sometimes in terms of volume, to keep the absolutely, but you don't
Hmm.
always need to go balls to the wall with how much you do. Like when
Like
I
if you
first
could
started,
do like if you could do 24 sets in a workout, then you're
yeah,
not lifting
you're
hard
not
enough during
lifting.
those sets. Yeah, you're not
Exactly.
lifting hard enough.
Yeah, yeah. If you're lifting heavy weight and you're really trying to work the muscle,
Yeah, you're not.
there's no way you're gonna reach like
Nah.
that's hard sets max for muscle before. There's no point in training it anymore.
Right, you just doing junk for yeah, you just doing junk volume for real. I used
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like, man, we used to go in there go hard, like 2 hours, like chest and tricep day, Nah. But I started being
Same.
around like bodybuilders and stuff, and them dudes in an hour or less.
Yeah.
They in and
Like that
out.
whole Arnold saying, "Oh, you have to train 3 hours every day." It's like, all right, if you're gonna do
That's because
a
he on the
lot
sauce, so he can recover.
of shit to
Right.
recover that much, the human body can't do that at all.
Nah, not a natty.
No, absolutely not. Like, started out working out 6 days a week for like an hour, hour and a half. Zero progress, basically. I gained like my first year of lifting, maybe 10, which is not
Right.
that much. It's like less than a pound a month. Nah. Once I cut it down, that was when I started seeing more results. Just because, if I'm
Hmm.
working out for an hour, I can go a lot harder in that 1 hour.
Right.
I don't know if that's what your experience
That's
is.
what
Has,
it was. I was going too much. I mean, I was being there 2 hours. I was stagnant as hell, man. Like, and it's crazy, man. I was working out more then than I do now, and I was like 30 pounds heavier. I was running miles. I was running like 6 miles a day. I was in the gym like an hour. Like it was crazy. No progress. Why? Because I was overworking and I wasn't eating clean. Like just changing, like just changing your diet will get you 80% of it. Truth be told, like cardio and all of that, that's cool. Diet will get you like 80% of the results. Like if you can stay consistent with how you eat, and if you can eat clean for real for extended amounts of time, and you don't mind being bored with your food, you'll shoot in 3 months. You could transform your body. Like 3 months, you could transform. You'll get 80% of the results that you would ever want in your life in 3 months.
It's true. It's true. I mean, you hear it a lot of the time, the saying, you can't out diet. And, like, I'm naturally fat. You've told me that you are as well.
Me too. Me
You
too.
started out working out. You tried to outwork a bad diet, because I did too.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all do.
yeah,
We
yeah.
all try to outwork a bad diet, and it's just not fucking possible. It's true. You eat the calories, your body's gonna look like shit.
Straight up. Like right now, I weigh this is the first time I weigh like what I did in like college right now. But I'm way more jacked, way stronger, everything. But I weigh like I was 19 years old. Like right now I'm 39. Like I weigh less than I did when I was 19, but I'm bigger and stronger now. So it's just about how you eat and how you training. You know, a lot of guys look at the scale and stuff, man. Look at the mirror and take the pictures and look at the weight that you're putting on. If the weight is going up, the amount of weight going up and your body's coming down, you're doing good.
Yes,
Your
sir.
body tightening up, but the weight still going up, you're doing good.
Hmm. Um, like uh, Rich Piana's um scale, and it's kind of true because it's
That shit a lie.
a lot.
Lie.
Like, you can try to match what you want, doing the average weight every day for water weight, salt intake. If you're full, if you haven't taken a shit that morning, all of these
Yep.
things are gonna throw off your results. So you're never
Yep.
idea of the progress you're making unless you take pictures.
What they say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's a damn lie. Numbers for sure lie.
Oh,
Numbers do lie. Ask
yeah,
ask the bank. Ask see all these banks folding. Yeah, the numbers do lie. Fuck.
yeah. They had $1 billion
Yeah,
the other
the
fucking
bank
day.
lie, the scale lie. They all lie. You better trust what you can see and verify. For real. Only what you can see and verify. That's it.
The
If you
mirror
can't
wasn't enough.
verify it, then yeah.
So while we're on the topic, if you can tell the newbie lifters three most important exercises that they should be doing, what would they be?
I would say an overhead press of some sort, either a dumbbell or barbell or machine, a squat, and a deadlift. So what's that? A hinge and a squat and an overhead press. Like at least those three. At least those three. Like if you can do a heavy overhead press, you could do a heavy squat, you could do a heavy deadlift, then I mean your physique will be pretty on point. Cause your lats, you'll still get some lats from the deadlift and the overhead press will still build some of the upper chest and the arms will still get hit from the overhead press a little bit and stabilize your body. So yeah, squats will hit your whole body. So yeah, I would say at least those three.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely overhead press. Definitely, because all other exercises aren't that well rounded. I mean, you could do squats and do nothing
Right,
with your legs and still have good legs.
right,
Any other exercise. You know, you could do overhead press,
right.
nothing else for shoulders, and you'll still have pretty decent shoulders. But I would put pull-ups.
Yeah, pull-ups are great. I was debating between that and pull-up, but you said three, so
Pull-ups, holy shit. When I started doing pull-ups, this was end of 2021. I started doing pull-ups every other day because I wanted to get good at them because I had always sucked. You know, like 3 reps, it was fucking horrible. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get good at pull-ups. Do as many as I can every single time that I jump up onto the bar. And no other back gave me the size that pull-ups did. Lat pull downs are not as effective. Rows are not as effective. Pull-ups are the like. I'm not a fan of deadlifts. I've never because I don't know. I just don't like them. But holy shit!
I'm gonna tell
If you're
you.
not gonna do back
I'm gonna tell you
exercise.
the deadlift. The deadlift is the whole posterior chain. That's the back, the hamstrings, the lower back. Like it's the whole chain. Like that's what people mess up. They don't work their posterior chain. They do the show muscles. They do everything in the front. They like doing biceps and chest and shoulders. They like doing everything in the front. They neglect the back. That's where you get weak legs, your knees, you get back problems, you're flimsy. I'm telling you, deadlift. Most people don't like deadlifts. Most people don't do that. That's because they hard, and that's because there's a lot of risk for injury if you don't do them right. Like if you don't do them right, or if you got long arms and stuff, you got to like kind of adjust
Yeah,
yourself.
that's
But
me.
I'm telling you, like
Because I
nobody
thought
does
that,
deadlifts. I'm the only
yeah,
telling you, you got to deadlift. You got to.
yeah.
I can only speak from my experience because I was somebody who was I was starting to get older and I was starting to be like, man, I'm not going out like that. I'm not gonna be one of these hurt old dudes. I cannot do it. So
That
I just
shit's
started dead. I mean, there's the guy in my gym, huh?
that shit's sad to see.
What'd you say?
It's
Yeah,
sad to
yeah,
see.
nah. And I'm coming from a gym where it's all old. There's a lot of older guys there. There's guys in the 50s, 60s. I'm talking about Jack. Like this one dude at school. Then he walk around and talking about he 80 years old. And I don't think he 80. But I'm telling you, he got like Popeye the Sailor arms, jacked. He only weighed like
Right.
140 pounds, but he all muscle, all aesthetic, all arms and shoulders. Man, the man deadlift 315, 405. He do good mornings with 225. Bench press 285, 315. He only weighed 140, 150 pounds. You know what I mean? So I was seeing what he was doing. So I'm like, I'm gonna do what you're doing. And that man deadlift every time he came in there, he gonna deadlift. On Saturdays. I used to see him on every Saturday. So every Saturday he deadlifting. So I just started deadlifting with him. And that's started my journey. That was like about 10 years ago. My first 10 years lifting, I never deadlifted. I hated squats. Ooh, I hated squats. Shit. Barbell squats? Hell no. I might
Yeah.
leg press or do leg extensions, but barbell,
That shit's uncomfortable.
huh?
That bar on your back,
Hell yeah. Barbell
that
squats.
shit hurts. But that, it's like you, machines you want, and machines are great. Like, don't get me wrong, machines are awesome. I like machine press more than I like the traditional incline press. The dumbbell
Yeah, me
incline is
too.
my favorite. The
Yeah,
dumbbell
dumbbell
incline,
incline, yes.
but I don't like doing the barbell. I have long arms, so that shit doesn't do anything for me. I barely,
Right.
or like overhead press on the machine that protects you.
Yep.
But doing
Yep.
leg extensions and leg curls like they're effective, but they're never gonna be as effective as a squat ever.
Right.
Like you're recruiting
Even if you
so
do a
many.
machine squat, you gotta at least do something where the weight is like can be heavier and it's pressing. Like even because I kind of got away from barbell squats because I feel like I can get more even distribution of my power when I'm doing machine. Cause I think I tend to lean towards one side, my stronger leg. So like my right leg is like a little bit bigger than my left leg. So it doesn't work evenly, you know what I mean? So once I do the machine, my left leg was hurting a little bit more. I'm like, okay, it's because my feet were like straight and even, and I can't move the bar or anything. So I started doing like heavy machine squats. Like they got this one machine, it's like this. So when you squat, like you come in like this angle, man, that mother. Woo.
Pendulum squat.
I can only do like a 35 on each side on that mother.
Have you tried hack squats?
Yeah, hack squats. Yeah, hack squats for sure. Hack squats are
Yeah.
fire. Um, I like doing front squats with the barbell. I used to do those. Those really hit my quads. But like the machine, like hack squats and like machine. So if you don't want to do barbell, because I know a lot of guys don't want to do barbell squats. You don't have to do barbell squats, but you gotta do some kind of squat or even a heavy leg press for high reps. Like I do
Yeah,
5 plates on each side and try to do like between 20 and 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Leg press is not as effective as a squat. Like, it's still pretty damn good.
Nah. Yeah,
But
but
it's
it
not.
ain't
It's
as good
not
as a squat.
effective. If you're not gonna do a regular squat, that's a great alternative. It's better than just doing nothing, which is what those guys end up
Right.
doing anyway. They just end up skipping legs.
Yeah. Leg, they do be kind of weak in the gym. So maybe that should be number 5. Like number 5 is you should prioritize legs. That's why I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna make number 5. Prioritize legs. I'm a guy who works out legs like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Honestly,
Damn,
I
that's a
might
lot.
like I kind of had to slow down a little bit on working out my legs because my legs like kind of overpower my upper body a little bit. But legs, the size of your quads and stuff is like the biggest factor of mortality. Like leg size, leg strength. That's like,
Yeah, I mean, shit. Your legs are. If your legs are weak, that shit's what's carrying.
yep,
Yeah, you should probably
it's crazy.
you gotta take care of it.
It's the
So I don't
foundation.
know. You literally, like what's the old people die? They fall.
Yep,
Everyone contributed to old people dying. They fall, they break a hip,
that's a good ass point.
whatever, and that's it.
It's a
They
good
never
ass
get up out of
point.
that bed.
Yep,
So how do you make sure you don't fall?
yep,
Strength. That's the main way.
yep.
That's
Damn, that's a good point.
on top of that, if you do fall, they don't break. Like
Yep,
that old dude that
that's a
you were
good
just talking
man.
about,
Yeah, it's all coming back around. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
gonna fucking fall and break his leg. I guarantee it. His hips are never, like that dude will probably live to like 100.
Man, that's a good point. And if you think about it, even when you get sick or people, what's the first thing to get bedridden, right? They get bedridden, they stuck in bed, can't move around. Like that's like you already asking to go out, like cause once you stuck in a house or you're not able to walk or move around, your body not moving, everything else start going bad. Like that's true, man. That's a good point, man. Damn, that's damn near number one probably. Make sure you work out your legs. I'm gonna make that number
Yeah.
one. Make sure you work out your legs. Make legs like for real. Everybody want to do arms and chest. I mean, there's a billion YouTube videos on chest day, arm day. Man, make sure you looking at them leg day videos. Watch some leg day videos. For real. I'm gonna work out legs tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying, bro,
For
I
real.
feel motivated.
I'm gonna do some walking legs. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm gonna go do some heavy squats tomorrow. For real.
Hey, like a lot of guys think that, like, because a lot of guys get into working out for girls. Let's be real.
Mm, yeah.
So like, oh, like we all think girls like abs, girls like shoulders, and they do. But
Yep.
in the top 3 rated muscles that girls find attractive, always in the top 3 is a always.
Yeah, that's
Girls
crazy.
like
I know.
guys
It's crazy.
butts. It's true. It's
I
fucking true.
know.
It's genetic.
I know.
Everybody, like guys like girls with like guys with nice butts. It's genetic. It shows that you're healthy biologically.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Like, don't have a good posterior chain. Girls pick up on that. Seriously, man. Like, it's weird, but it's true.
I know it'd be. I know it is.
Short. I made a short called "Top 3 Muscles That Women Find Attractive," and I said upper back, upper chest, shoulders, and I was commenting. I like guys with butts. I like a guy with a nice ass. All this. Shit. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm wrong.
Right.
And so, yeah, I dug into it. I did some more research. And yeah, there's a bunch of studies on it. Like a ton of studies.
I always thought they was. I always thought they was messing with me or trolling me or something. You know what I mean? I'm like, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. Like, for real. That girl grab your ass. I'm like, what you doing? Like, yeah.
So like,
Man.
yeah, like you were saying, like it makes you healthier to train your posterior chain. You become healthier. Like that shit too. Just a win.
Okay, I don't feel so bad now.
Nah, it's the truth.
True.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how, man. I don't even want to. I'm like, man, what you doing? Like, I get mad. Like, why you grabbing my butt? Like, man, it was I be in the hallway at school, girls. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, when my girl does that shit, I get so pissed.
Right?
That
Man,
shit
they be playing
weird.
too much. They play too much. Even they just trying to be like, oh, hey, babe. Like, what you? Like, hey, man, stop.
That shit's
So,
also
hey,
weird.
guys, if you want your girl harassing you, work, do some squats.
If you want to get more girls, skip arm day. Don't worry about the squat rack. Period.
My girl said, yeah, my girl say all the time, oh, you got great legs. Your legs look so good. You have great legs. Like I'm like, damn, babe. I mean, that's cool. I like, man, your legs. I'm like, okay.
You know, it's weird when you got bigger
Uh,
legs than your girl or a bigger butt than your girl. That's when it's weird.
yeah, that's what it's like. No bueno. That's when she need to get under
Yeah.
that squat rack.
That's when you're like, okay, babe.
Yeah, for sure. Guess what? You coming to the gym.
Oh shit.
So what you got up for the rest of the week, man? How your content and stuff going?
I work tomorrow and on
Hmm.
Friday. We'll record a few shorts.
Yeah.
Um, like I got a great program
Wow.
to get my nurse practitioner.
Man.
I start school in May 22nd, so I gotta move to Puerto
Wow. So
Rico
you
in the
going
next
how long you gonna be
20
out
days.
there? You gonna be in Puerto Rico for 3 years? That's fire.
I know.
That's
Shit.
fire. So what
Yeah,
about your girl? Huh?
happy.
Huh?
I'm happy.
She not happy?
Nah.
Good.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. Caribbean. Oh, fuck.
So you gonna stay with her or what?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever happens, whatever happens, happens, you know?
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But be
like,
open. Be open.
you know what it is, Kyle. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
man. Yeah, man, come on, man. You on your purpose, man. Got grind,
Yeah,
baby.
gotta. Oh, shit. How about you, bro? What's up?
Shoot, I'm working on finishing my graphic novel that I'm doing. So I'm been generating images inside of Mid Journey and doing my storylines and stuff through Chat GPT. Then I'm, going to show people how they can do something similar. Do their own graphic novels. And because people say like I see people making like kitty books and all this type of stuff, but you can actually do like full like comic books and mangas inside of Mid Journey if you just know how to prompt it and then use some little Canva on the end. Like you can get some consistent images and stuff. So it's going pretty good. So I'm doing that and just then I'm probably gonna start coding on an NFT project because now with the AI you can do everything. So I've been watching videos on that. So because I was gonna learn Python coding and blah 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 blah, I could just put it in the chat. So so it's going up. So that's what I'm working on.
You were like what, like 100 pages?
Yeah. Yeah, so right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna release like a few pages at a time just to get a feel for what the people like or what they don't like. Cause really what I want it to be is like a community type project, right? So it's like I'm gonna put it all on the blockchain and then like how people have like their web3 and their NFTs and all of that. but I have it to where like the IP is a part of the NFT, right? So if you have the NFT, then you have license to like create stories and create the characters and create your additions yourself. You know what I'm saying? Using the
Okay.
premise of what I'm doing, right? So like you can like take it yourself and go do your own stories or use the same. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it like a collaborative like universe. And then like when I make games or when I do the NFT and all of that, like you can participate and create or you can just sit and collect. But if you want to create, then you can create and
Hey, bro,
just
that
do it
sounds
like
pretty
that.
fucking cool.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. So
Yeah, that
I'm just
sounds
trying to
fucking
set the
cool.
ground. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. So like I'm just trying to get the groundwork. I'm just trying to set the initial story and get everything so that it's like layered enough so that when everybody else want to come in and deal with it, they can go their own places and they're not restricted by anything, but it's still cohesive. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like how like Marvel right now, like they license out their stuff and they like independent comic writers like do stuff for them, and if they like them, then they'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll be like that, but you'll actually have ownership. Everything will be verified on the blockchain. We'll have NFTs and all that same stuff. Have games and everything. I got merchandise. That's why I've been like designing shirts and shoes and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to flesh out everything, and then once people can see it, they can, if they like it, they don't like it, you know, that's cool. So, but I want it to be like a collaborative thing where we're all coming up together. So,
Hey, shit. Let me know when that comes out, because that sounds fucking dope.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, of course, you. So, yeah. So you know, I'm putting everything inside of my newsletter right now. So I'm just showing like the progress of what I'm doing. I'm showing images that I'm generating. I'm sharing prompts that I'm using to generate the images and stuff. So like you can try, so that you can do something similar too. Cause I'm seeing like I'm not seeing a lot of people who doing what I'm doing, how they prompt in the mid journey. Like you can get like panels, like you know, like in the manga, and then you can get different styles. It's like, so I'm going to teach everybody how they can do it themselves. So then that way, if they want to collaborate with me inside of the prompt gods, they can make their own characters and we can all like build the community, just keep learning. So that's what I really want to do. I want to make it like a web experience, but that's in real life. Like we got a community, the self improvement and everything's a part of it, and you know we just growing together. So for sure, I definitely like let you know. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you and like you let me you could be like my feedback and stuff. I get a
Oh, yeah.
testimonial, see what you think about it, like for real.
Oh, yeah. I'll read through that. That shit sounds cool. Like, have you
I
been thinking
appreciate, yeah.
about maybe putting together like to give away, to get your brand some exposure of how to use these prompts? Because I've seen a few guys do it, like put together
Right.
like Notion, but it wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of sucked.
Right.
Journey, and I was like, this shit's fucking terrible. I could make better prompts
Right.
for mid journey, not even having used without using this. But I mean, like how you're describing it, like you got down pat. If you
Well,
could
you know
put together,
what? I mean, that's a good idea. I think I will do that then. I'll create like a free like mid journey prompting thing that I'm using. And then I just show you examples of what I'm doing, and then yeah, I just get that away for free or like for an email or something like that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'll do that. So
yeah, you'll
yeah,
grow
that'd
your
be
name,
cool.
bro. Because most of the guys that are doing suck. Like they're not actually getting value because it
Right.
doesn't work. But I mean, like your shit, so actually find it useful.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good idea, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You want to call it a night? I gotta, I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
work
cool, brother.
tomorrow.
This was a good talk.
Hey, all right. Peace out, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sir Anthony with Sylvian Fly.
And we out.